What's up, YouTube? I just wanted to come on here and kind of address some stuff, talk about some stuff that's going on with arm wrestling, with my channel. I haven't put out a video in a little while, and yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break from just arm wrestling. I'm going to try to still bring out some content. It might not be as often as I normally do. I don't know, I don't know what I'm doing with arm wrestling and the whole YouTube thing. I do know that, my main goal with YouTube is not to become, famous necessarily. I can't rely on that. I have a job to take care of the bills, and although I don't make a ton of money, that's what, that's my main primary source of income, my main goal. YouTube I just kind of do for fun, and whenever I got my camera, I was just sort of at a point in my life where I had done a lot of stuff. I had a lot of adventures, and I was in a band at one point. I played baseball when I was in high school. I did taekwondo, and a lot of this stuff never got filmed. I mean, I would love to have seen some of my matches in my taekwondo days. That was the best thing I was good at. Anyways, so I want to kind of capture my life from this period on, but it be, whatever I'm doing now, currently. And whenever I kind of first got into YouTube and started making videos, I mean, I had just got my camera, and I didn't do this because I had just got my camera, but I had just got my camera, and then within a couple of months I saw like a flyer advertisement for an arm wrestling tournament, and I went to my first arm wrestling tournament with no table time whatsoever, no experience other than just fooling around, arm wrestling guys in high school or at bars or whatever. But yeah, so I've been doing it for like 2.5 years or something like that, over 2 years at this point. And I really like it. I don't like it for the same reasons that a lot of people, or some of the reasons that I've heard from other people. I'm not young. I'm 37, so I'm at an age to where it's like I've had so many people come in and out of my life that like I'm not looking for any best friends. Okay, I don't know if I can have a best friend again. I don't know if I think that season of my life and that time is gone. But everybody that comes in my life at some point exits, and it's just kind of the way that life goes. You get old enough and you realize that if you end up with one friend that you have throughout life that sticks around and life doesn't separate y'all, you're doing good. So I'm not in it to make friends and buddies and stuff like that, although it's cool and I have made some good friends. I'm in here to crush people, and me currently, anybody that knows me and has followed me in any way knows I'm kind of I wouldn't say a wimp, but like I've been having inner elbow issues since I started arm wrestling, and it's just gotten worse. And that kind of leads me into my main reason for making this video is I don't know if I want to do arm wrestling. I know I do. I think I'll always be an arm wrestler, but like I'm getting deep into it right now. There's I don't know. I'm like in the culture, which is fine and it's cool and everything. But there's and mostly it's good, but there are some downsides. And one of the things I do want to talk about is one of my good buddies from high school, and one of the guys I got into arm wrestling, freaking broke his arm last weekend. It hurt me to see the footage. I didn't even want to watch the footage, but I did, and one time that was it, because I couldn't do it any more than that. But it was awful to see. I mean, it hurt me. I know it hurt him a hell of a lot more, but I don't want to see anyone really break their arm. One thing I pray about really whenever I go to practice or an arm arm wrestling tournament or whatever is, you know, let nobody break their arm. You know, please don't let, you know, me break my arm for one, and don't let me break anybody else's arm. I don't think I'd be one of those people that would be like celebrating the fact that I broke somebody's arm if I did. You know, it's I think I would feel terrible about it, and I would be traumatized in some ways if that were to happen. I feel like I'm traumatized anytime I see an arm break, and I've seen 3 of them so far. I didn't see the one. I didn't see Matt Hoffman's in person. Thankfully, I saw it on a video. But every time I've seen an arm break, it's a huge turnoff to me. I like literally want to quit like right then and there. And this is a dangerous sport. I mean, Matt Hoffman, the guy that broke his arm, was a football player, and he said this is the worst pain he's ever been through. This is probably one of the more serious injuries, or one of the more dangerous sports you can be involved in. You know, where anytime you grip up, and this is what we think may have happened to Matt Hoffman, you know, you're constantly breaking yourself down, and if you have some pre-existing injuries, you got a fracture, can turn into a break. You know, a minor tear can turn into a full tear. This sport is dangerous. People, you know, there's not many sports where there's GoFundMe is happening because somebody breaks their freaking arm in half, and they require surgery to fix it. So that's just a huge turnoff to me about this sport. You know, my buddy Matt Hoffman, we think that it was from this last tournament we went to. He had a battle with this one guy. I mean, I think they restarted it, you know, 3 times. There was fouls. Can't remember if there was a slip or not. But the guy ended up hanging on his arm. I mean, he let go of the peg. He dropped down into a King's move. And Matt Hoffman was feeling it after that battle with that guy. You know, those 3 matches basically in a row with the same guy. He was hurt. He was not feeling good. We did what we could for him on the side, you know, and he's been hurt ever since. He's told us, like, hey, my right's feeling jacked up. I'm trying to recover it. You know, he was doing the pulley stuff. He was ice bath. He was doing what he could. But we think he had, you know, a pre-existing injury, probably a fracture, you know, a hairline fracture, and went to pull, probably wasn't even fully warmed up if I had to guess, and broke his arm, you know, got a spiral fracture. It really saddens me that I got this guy into arm wrestling, and he broke his arm, you know? Like, can you imagine breaking your arm and then trying to grip up again with that same arm? You know, I feel like you'd be hesitant for the rest of the time you arm wrestle. And you'll probably have nightmares about it too for the rest of your life. But I'm feeling some pain myself. I got inner elbow issues, like I said. I feel it, you know, I came back from that tournament injured also. I wasn't unscathed coming back from that tournament. I didn't do a whole lot like on stage and during the tournament, but I did do some side table pulling that never got filmed, and I had a couple of battles. You know, Robert Mosqueda is a strong guy. I had some good battles with. I had some other battles. I don't even want to name a name, but there was an arm wrestler there that was drunk and probably on some drugs, and I got into it with him, man. I almost came to blows with this guy. And we ended up, you know, arm wrestling at the end of the night. He's hanging on my arm, his elbow fouling, while I'm on the pad the whole time. I ended up beating him. I ended up pinning him, but you know, my arm felt jacked up. Like, I felt like this bone right here was like sticking out extra, like after that tournament, like when I got home, and I've been feeling it ever since. So I'm also worried that I have like an injury right now, which I've had inner elbow issues, but this is probably the worst it's been. Definitely the worst it's been. It's been pretty bad, but this is like a linger, and it's not wanting to get better. I've tried. We had a big practice, and you know, I stubbornly used it. Although I was trying to back pressure and top roll, you know, to keep off the inner elbow. But some of the strong guys in our group, you know, forced me inside, or just my own stubborn nature too, wanting to win inside, ignored the pain and stuff. And I just felt hurt after the practice, and you know, I didn't feel strong while I was trying to pull, because it was like I was ignoring the pain, and you know, I was able to shut off the pain, but the reality is the elbow's stretched and it's not healthy and it's not tight the way it should be. So I'm gonna take at least a month off, I think. I know this is devastating for my few followers or subscribers that I have, and maybe even for my team. But my team is legit. They'll be fine without me. They're still doing their thing. They have practices on their own. They work out on their own. You know, I could still possibly highlight them if they want to do some kind of rankings matches within the ILUF. But for now, I'm just going to come out with, you know, training videos, me trying to get stronger, fishing stuff. You know, I'm sorry if this disappoints anybody, but again, I'm making this so I can look back at these videos when I'm older and you know, be entertained by it. I'm not a tips and tricks guy. I'm not here to I'm really not making YouTube for you. Although I'm glad you're watching and hope you enjoy it and be somewhat entertained by it. I want to, you know, these are moments that I'm trying to capture for myself, like I said kind of earlier. And I'm doing this for me, really. And I don't want to watch a bunch of tutorials that I already know, you know. I want to be entertained by it. So on that note, I hope y'all do get something out of my channel. I hope y'all are entertained by it somewhat. I'm going to do a workout right now. I'm going to do a high handle trap bar deadlifts. I probably won't talk anymore. I've already held y'all up long enough. So I'll just put my lifts together, and hope y'all enjoy it. Hope y'all you know, aren't too mad at me for not wanting to arm wrestle right now, but y'all give me feedback, tell me what y'all think. I think I will resume arm wrestling at some point, but man, I'm trying to, you know, and the arm wrestler that I got into it with at this last tournament, you know, he's oh, what's your goal? You know, what are you trying to do? You know, are you serious? Are you trying to be good or whatever? Like, in some ways I feel him for that, because it was like he wanted to know my intention for arm wrestling, and maybe even wanted to see me succeed. He didn't approach me about it the right way. I mean, you almost never do when you're drunk or on drugs or both. But you know, like, bro, I'm trying to have fun with it, you know. I'm trying to be friends with you. I'm trying I'm not trying to come to blows over freaking arm wrestling, okay? You know, I will if I have to. You know, I'm not a punk. I'm not going to be cursed at. But, and I'm a much better fighter than I am an arm wrestler, so you should just keep that in mind. But, shoot, where was I going with this? I don't know. Anyways, y'all be good. I'll see y'all around. Show you what I got. I tried 580 first. Didn't make it. This is one of those big ass trap bars, so that's a 60-pound trap bar. Sorry. And then we got a 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 25. And if that doesn't make it real enough, of course I got the same thing over here. Another 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 25. That is 560. That's it.